Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here finishing up a few things, getting ready to store up this railroad for a little bit and get ready for the update coming out on Monday. So do want to go over a few highlights, things that we have seen there that we got a chance to see a sneak peek from one of the devs live streamed last night, Milsey. And we did get a chance to see the new C125. Showed off the liveries, so the new paint schemes and smokestacks, just the new options, lights. And I have to say, some of the new liveries, paint schemes are really very cool. And absolutely looking forward to the C125 coming in the game. So that is huge. Everything that was shown off that we got a sneak peek at, I do have to say, was absolutely incredible, really. Super exciting things coming for RailRoads Online, whether it's the industries or the rolling stock, the loco, everything really looking good. So can't wait to actually get a chance to open that up. It's going to be great. Again, the update's dropping Monday. I believe it was 9 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the U.S., so whatever that works out to you in your local time zone, was announced by the team. That, again, is in the event thing on the official Discord there for people who are trying to keep up with that. Otherwise, we do try to keep you posted when we know information here as well. So that is all covered. Do have to say the C125, again, I can't say enough. Some great looking liveries on that thing and just a really good job when it comes to modeling the sound, the look, the whole thing just was really nice. It is going to be an expensive locomotive, and it is going to be a high tier locomotive, obviously being the biggest beast in the game. So really looking forward to getting our hands on that one. And yeah, just can't say enough about how excited I am actually about the upcoming update this time. So a lot of great things there. Some adjustments have been made. Should see some performance increases for people. A lot of multiplayer experience. A lot of the multiplayer experience, should be better. Improvements there. So waiting to see how that all affects everything. But just some really good stuff coming. So, just had a chance to actually see, sneak peek to some of the stuff I wanted to say. It was absolutely great. Looking forward to it. So, hope we see a lot of people interested in that come Monday. But I think with that, we're going to head out for the run here today. Kind of just go look at some of the storage. Did turn around and put in storage and holding for the loco and some of the rolling stock. Was really trying to get this layout completely finished by the time the new map came out, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I can rush and slap it in, but that's not really the goal either. So just going to kind of probably put this one on hold and come back to it at some point, though it might be a good long while, because really looking forward to the new Aurora Falls map. Alright, let's go ahead and slide that up. Everything should be good here. Move this one along. Everything's good. Just gonna have to get this thing moving, tidying up most of the track. I think we have pretty much most of the rolling stock and the locos put away. I think this is kind of just the last thing that definitely not shutting this one down just yet. Still got a couple of days to go, so we'll definitely be running. Not sure how where we'll be at with the videos on this one or not, but still trying to work towards the end. As you can see, we do have the open line here, as that's due to be the oil field and all of that. Oil field refinery section. Spread out that way yet. Why is this thing? There's got to be a brake on. Something's got to have a brake on. There's no way. There's no way something doesn't have a brake on. Whatever. Maybe I just had something wrong. There we go. Maybe I just, who knows. Whatever. I gotta be honest. More distracted by the new stuff that's coming. Like, all really pleased with everything we saw. It was great. That C-125 is going to not only be the strongest thing, but it's going to be one of the best looking things right off of the bat. Industry stuff, just can't say enough. Looked incredible. I know I, for one, was just absolutely shocked that they're putting interiors into the industry. So the inside stuff there is just a shock and a highlight. Great to see. It should add a lot of depth to the game and a great feel. So that's gonna be cool to see. Really looking forward to it. The whole gold chain, absolutely looking forward to that. Can't say enough. Super fitting and just gonna be fun to do. Also, from what was said, Millsy was saying, you know, the gold chain should actually pay nice too, so it's not going to be quite the same thing there as we were with the cattle. You know, the cattle was not like the greatest paying chain or anything, a little bit more of a working chain. Nice to have it there, obviously, as an option, and not everything is always going to be the highest paying thing, so it's cool. It's not a super huge workload. I look at like the wheat stuff as kind of a nice alternative to running some things, but definitely not the focal point of the railroad. There was our ghost brake. Oh, there's a little bit of what is going on. Everything's got some brake on it. I suppose probably from when we picked up the train and never really straightened all that out. So there we go. Probably should have left a little bit on the last car there, actually, just to be safe, so nothing takes off on us. Alright, jump back in here. Get that zooming. Probably not supposed to operate things like this, but such as it is. Get things moving. There we go. Alright. It's all working just fine. Still haven't put in a turntable. Probably should have put in a turntable in here at some point, so still might do that. Obviously, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of turntables. They just take a long time. Usually I'd rather put in a Y, but we'll see how things go in the long run. A little bit of doing a run around the stack here, just to grab it from the side that we need it. Make life a little easier. Into the storage rack. Oop, way too much brake. Oh, and you probably don't have a link or setup for the pin, so we'll do that real quick before we hit anything. Come on. There we go. Good to go. A little bit forward. Turn off the brake. Oh, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Probably don't leave the loco. Let's get back in here. Those. Sit that. Yeah. I thought I bumped the regulator on the way out. Never a good thing to do. Always a bit of excitement. We got it under control. Everything is cool. Alright, so we're going to roll this one back. See, like there, it still sounds like it's taking off. but it shouldn't be. Yeah, so I don't know. Seemed like it was stuck a little bit there. I have noticed, like, you can turn this down, and if you bump it up with the W and the S, the actual regulator doesn't go up, but it sure still sounds like it's taking off. So I'm not exactly sure the deal there. So that one's a little bit different. I used to be able to bump the regulator up and down a little bit with the W and S, and while I still think it goes up, it's not showing it on the regulator slide, so that's a thing. Little things always over in time. Obviously still early access, but to be honest, I think the game's come along really great, you know. So there you go. A lot of improvements have been made to this thing. If we look at how we were playing 2 years ago when we started playing the game to now, I just go back to think like, the changes are just massive. Overall, the game looks a lot better. It is much more enjoyable to play with a lot more options in the game. So, you know, always nice to see there. Still have to say, absolutely love the open sandbox nature of the game. I mean, you can always make it what you want. I know a lot of people want cost for track building, stuff like that, but that's always something you can do yourself. You know, if you decide you want to add in track building, buy yourself a locomotive and delete it for every X amount of track that you build, or however you want to make yourself have a cost, but you can do that for yourself. This game really allows us the opportunity to play it however we want, and I think that's always been one of its strong suits. Is it is an open sandbox. You know, however you want to play it. It's kind of nice. A lot of games say they're open sandboxes, but really kind of drive you all down one direction anyway. So this one really just kind of gives you, here's all the tools, play it how you like to, and I have to say that is a nice feature of the game at the end of the day. It's nice to have your own toys and make your own rules, so every once in a while. So here we get into the holding yard. There we have a couple of long tracks for, you know, trains, but really to the shed there. Hopefully we're on the right rail. We are not on the right rail. No, we are on the right rail. We are good. Yes, we're good. Everything looking good. If you're not, roll back. So a couple little things we will go over. Nothing, you know, nothing super special here with the holding. Just kind of a basic setup that's going to get the job done for the amount of rolling stock and locos that we have, which at this point is still not a ton. Definitely room to add on as we grow. Alright, what we will do is we will throw a little bit of brake on there. We will disconnect from here. I guess the one thing I would point out is that we did go 3 tracks wide, and they do fit under the storage shed. This side has a little more room. This side obviously is really tight up to the wall. It's not hitting it, but it does work. So everything goes in and out of there decently enough, and you could even center it a little better. But you can do 3 tracks wide for those who are, you know, curious or didn't know, whatever. That's there. It's kind of a nice thing to do. I see a lot of them 2 wide, but you can actually store 3 wide, so that is a nice thing to see. Alright, let's back this thing out of here. See if we can get that. That's pretty much going to cover our rolling stock for now. All these slots for everything. A little bit of room for growth there, and we definitely have room to grow the yard either left or right. Plenty of room in here to continue to grow the operation. Smokestacks off in the distance, getting industrial looking in here, so that's kind of cool. Like it. Keeping the depot area for just, oh, there we go. That's what I did last time too. Bumped it up on me. Alright, we'll get that one changed, and then I think, yeah, we're going to be putting this one on the left side of the old garage there, or shed, barn, in the house, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so get this going. Probably don't need to go too crazy through the switches. Everything laid out pretty straight here. Not perfect, but I think there's just enough in there to remind us it's narrow gauge and doesn't need to be exactly perfect in the first place. Not that, narrow gauge did do perfect. They did do wonky, so a little bit of everything thrown in there. Nice part of it. Kind of do whatever you want. Alright, opening up the door there. Maybe. Yes. Whoa! Face full of loco. That was pretty good. Get on the brake before we slam into Betsy. Oh, wow. Can we get in the shed to look? Oh, that was super close, actually. Yeah, really, really super close. Probably actually pushed Betsy back into the wall. Who knows? Get that little back that up. We only have the 3 locos, so we are going to have to store them all on the one side. No, we didn't push it back. It's perfect. Figured with the tenders we'd be able to get those 2 in here. So there's kind of our loco storage. We got 1, we got 2, and we got Betsy. Oh, I guess Betsy does actually have a number 1, so we should dump the... I've never paid attention to that. I always thought Betsy didn't really come with a number. Just a name. Well, that's dumb, so that's going to have to go. We'll alter that. But that's the first one we bought, so who knows? Maybe we'll just... I don't know. Problems. I guess, whatever. Railroading problems, right? New number. One day we'll be able to alter the number probably anyway, but I don't know. I think we can get that figured out in no time at all. If nothing else, Studio can always do that. So, but there we go. I think that's going to be our holding. Kind of ranting about the number there, but I think that's going to be our holding for now, and kind of just lets us tidy up the railroad. And just something we've been working on. Do still have a couple more industries to go, so we'll just have to see how that comes out before the whole Aurora Falls thing. But I think with that, we're going to turn around and call it a win and say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.